Hello. There's nobody here. That is what's happening. Hello. People. I am out of Pepsi. Or am I? Nope, not yet. Hello, people. Today is Monday. I have pie. That's pretty much it. How is everybody on this beautiful Monday? On this marvelous Monday, in fact. Is it Monday? It is Monday, yes. Monday is great for me because Monday is like my Sunday. And Sunday is my Saturday. And Saturday is my Friday. So today is my Sunday. Which is why I don't have a case of the Mondays. That will happen tomorrow. So, how is everybody on this marvelous Monday? I hope everyone's doing good. Rick Hoover says yo. Marco says sup bros. Andrew Dye says hi. TR says hello. Rick Hoover says pie. True. Pie. Pie. TR says awesome. Marco says I'm doing great so far. That's wonderful. Dylan Chalmers says hey. TR says what Phantom model is the one that you are getting off my friend? Wait, which... I forgot who you were, but I know there's a ton of Phantoms I'm getting soon, so I lost track of which one you're referring to, so I'll just mention all of them. I'm getting 3 Phantom Furies. Yes, 3 of them. There's a friend in Canada who's giving me, well, obviously I'm buying them, but of course import fees are up the ass. So I'm getting 2 Phantom Furies off that person, an orange one and a green one. The orange one is really interesting because it has a 10 amp motor, which is nice because my 10 amp Fury has a 12 amp motor. See where this is going? So if I get that one, I can swap the motors and it'll actually be the proper motors in them. And then from that same person, I'm getting a green one where they actually replace the power switch in with a rocker switch, which is pretty interesting because apparently a rocker switch, what appears to be a rocker switch from a modern Hoover, just drops right in where that power switch goes. And he's also including still the original power switch it came with, because it does work. It's just he replaced it for some reason. So I'll have a spare switch, and I'll have that with a rocker switch, which is pretty fun. And definitely a nice upgrade. And then there's another person where I'm getting a Fury from for a decent, not too much money, but, a fair amount of money for a Fury that's in okay shape but has a loose bumper. And I'm just waiting on them to get an update on getting it packed up. They were struggling to get the wand off the hose. And then finally, there's another person who I've been talking to. It might be TR, I can't remember. I'm so bad with names. But there was someone who knew someone who was selling a purple Phantom Twister commercial, one of the newer versions. She also had a Thunder, but... was it she? They also had a Thunder. And, but I asked him about the price of the commercial Phantom Twister that's in the purple, because I do really want it. But I will only get it depending on the price, and they said they'd get back to me as far as how much they end up wanting for it, because they're not sure yet. So, for the Twister, not sure how much that's going to be. For the Fury, for one of the Furies, for the US Fury, I know I'm paying $120 shipped, I think. And then for the other 2 Furies that are coming out of Canada, I believe I'm paying $75 plus $100 for shipping for, I think, both. But then we also have to figure out the import fees, because import fees are a little sketchy. And we're going to do it via PayPal. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but we'll try to figure it out, hopefully, because I do want those as well. Because at the end of the day, yes, that's me that messaged you about them. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Does it have the motorized spin duster with it? I don't remember. I will look. Because I know I have a picture of it. Somewhere. It doesn't. It looks like the duster's missing. And it looks like it has Dirt Devil attachments on it. Because that looks like a Dirt Devil wand and crevice tool. I can't tell if that's purple or copper. At first I thought it was copper, but then I thought maybe it's purple. But it looks kind of like that. And then she also had a Thunder. Which, I'd like to have it, but I don't need it. I have a Thunder already. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get that if it's like dirt cheap. If it's like dirt cheap, then I'll get it. But yeah, so it doesn't have the duster, unfortunately. I would love to get one with the duster. And at some point, I am still getting Nathan's DC-04, but it'll probably be on hold right now because he's going on vacation. And I don't have the money right now anyways. I've got plenty of other stuff I gotta get, including those Phantoms. It's a lot of money right there. And then there's... I'm trying to remember what else there was. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. I've got the Seebo Dart. I've been using that as my daily driver. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I do really enjoy the Dart, but my review of it is likely going to be far more critical than other reviews of Seebos that you find on this platform. Because the majority of the other reviews that you find on Seebos, in fact, all of them that I've seen, other than, actually no, all but like one or two, have been coming from people that are actively trying to sell you one, and they want you to like the machine and to buy it. So, the Seebo Dart review will be a lot more candid, although it is not the next review that's coming up. The next review that'll be coming up will be the Dyson DC-07. And then afterwards will be either the Seebo Dart or the Phantom Lightning, whichever you guys prefer to see. So that's that. I'll probably end up doing the Dart first. I don't know. I can't remember. But yes, and I was going to buy that new Bissell CleanView because the post got enough likes, but for whatever reason, I can't seem to find it anymore, which is odd. So I got to figure that out somehow, how to get a hold of them. But yes. Yeah, the purple and chrome commercial. Can't stay for too long. That's fine, Vacuum Central. Feel free to stay for as long as you like. And if you want to leave, that's fine too. I did mention to you the color variants of the commercial Phantom Twister. I know they came in like a purple, a copper, a silver. I think there was a green one at one point, and a bluish one. So they came in a bunch of colors. Gold, yeah. Believe it or not, I'm currently working on getting sponsorships from Teamco and Bissell. How is it that you're getting sponsorships from Bissell and Bissell won't even give me help for the machines I paid full price for? Because I've been shilling Bissell since I was 5 years old. I don't know, doesn't make any sense. I just shilled Bissell a number of times in the new video on all vacuums I recommend, but it's not shilling, I legitimately do recommend them. I still think the Big Green is a fantastic machine. I still think the Power Force is the best budget machine you can buy. None of that has changed. In fact, it's overwhelmingly likely that after all is said and done, I'm probably going to go back to my SL4110A as my daily driver. Because at the end of the day, the Animal 3, while I do really like the Animal 3, and it is definitely the bagless vacuum that I'm likely going to daily, it's just I've just been having a little too many issues with Dyson to really trust using it as a daily driver. Although I do trust it more than any of the previous Animal or Animal 2 uprights. But that's the one that I'm kind of leaning towards the most as far as the expensive ones. And the Dart, I really like the Dart, but there's some things that are really frustrating about it. And it's frustrating because it's all kind of out of nowhere because no other reviews ever mentioned it. No other review talks about the fact that when you use the hose, the thing tips over and it bobs around violently to the point where it's really hard to use. No one talks about the fact that it does not, well, they do, but they gloss over the fact that it doesn't come with an extension wand. So if you just have the tools that it comes with at $550, you can't do anything with it other than vacuum your couch and part of your mattress. You can't reach up high, you can't get down into corners, you can't do hardly much of anything with it. And yeah, I mean, it's sure you can buy an extra hose and you can buy an extension wand, but it's not a good solution. And the thing's very heavy in the hand, which I'm not a fan of. It's better than the Sharks, than the Apex and the Stratos, so it's better than the Sharks in this price range. But it's still really heavy in the hand, and since this is the model without the swivel neck, it takes a lot of force to maneuver the thing, and it's not very pleasant. It's not bad, but it's definitely doesn't hold a candle to the Ball Animal 3 in terms of maneuverability. And it's 2 pounds heavier. The Animal 3 is 2 pounds heavier than this. The Dart is the exact same weight as the Multifloor 2. And despite the Dyson being heavier, it's way easier to maneuver than the Dart. And if you compare it to the Dyson that's the same weight, the Multifloor 2, or even the DC-40, considering that they're about the same age in terms of release date, the Dyson maneuvers way more easily than the Cibo. Which again, there is the Felix, but the Felix is also hundreds of dollars more expensive. And I do still want to get a Felix because I feel like the Felix will address that complaint of the swivel neck. I do have a swivel neck that I can put on this Dart, but I'm reviewing it as it comes stock, because that's the fair way to do it. So, but it's not all negative. The filtration of it is really good. The performance is excellent. It does a great job at deep cleaning. It's nice and quiet. It has a physical height adjustment, which does make it play nicer to other carpets. And one of the things that worried me was I was worried that when you put it in the upright position, it wouldn't shut off. It does. So you can put it in the upright position, and just like every other vacuum that's in this price range, it immediately shuts off the brush, and you can go on cleaning as normal with the hose. So that's really good. There's really no complaints about that so far. And so yeah, I mean, I'm kind of mixed on the Dart. For the price that I paid for it, which was just under $300, I'm pretty happy with it. Especially because Nathan is eventually going to find some extra parts that he doesn't need and probably send those to me as well. So that's nice, but this is exactly how it comes. It's just the machine, a dusting brush, and a crevice tool. Although I've got the upholstery tool on it right now. But yeah, I mean, it's a great machine. It's built really well. It's really, really good, and I'm definitely very happy with it. But at the same time, if I paid $550 for it, I'd be a little bit more hesitant to hold on to it. Now, if the Dart was if the Dart was like $450 and the Felix was like $550, then it would be over for so many other machines. It'd just be over. Because as it stands, the base model Dyson that is competing against this in terms of features and in terms of attachments is $150 cheaper than the Dart. The base model Animal 3 that comes with the basic attachments is $400. The Cibo Dart is $550. And with the Cibo Dart, you don't get an upholstery tool. So, obviously, some of that money is put towards the fact this machine is built way better and is much easier to repair and to service and keep running than the Dyson. So that right off the bat does give it a good amount of points. But at the end of the day, this machine is really, really good. and I'm going to review it very favorably. And I don't regret putting it on my recommended list because I do still recommend it. But for me, in my household, I'm not all that convinced yet that I'm going to switch to it as my main machine. Especially considering how much more expensive the bags are compared to the bags that I've been using for my Bissell. Although Clean Fairy bags do exist for the Dart and Felix, as well as the G and X series. But of course, everyone will tell you, don't use the genuine bags, don't use aftermarket bags. How dare you use the aftermarket, blah, blah, blah. And it's fine. It's just a bag. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. I might plan on finding a Hoover Runabout. I'm still trying to get a Runabout from Nathan, but he doesn't want to sell it yet, which is fine. They might send you they might send me a 2X Revolution Pet Pro to review. That is okay, again, that's great, that's fantastic, but why is it that they'll send you a 2X Revolution Pet Pro for free to review, but they won't replace my ProHeat 2X Revolution Pet Pro that I paid full price for and died after 3 uses? And my Orange Pet Non-Pro that I recently unboxed literally died after 4 or 5 uses. All 3 of my Bissell ProHeat 2X Revolution pets, the 2 pets and the 1 Pet Pro, all of them were faulty out of the box. Either faulty out of the box to the point where they didn't function, and it took me like 1 or 2 uses to notice it, or it was so close or it was already faulty enough to where they died after just a couple uses. And it was the same issue with all 3 of them. It was the pump. They would not dispense solution, they would not dispense water after a certain amount of time. There were no clogs in the machine. I cleaned and rinsed out the machine after every use, and it still did the same thing. The exact same flaw on all 3 of them. And Bissell tried to tell me, well, the fact that it's the same thing on all of them clearly means that you're doing something wrong. It's like, no, that tells me that you guys made a shit machine. I didn't say it like that, but I'm like, come on, guys. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with. So, well, I do know what I did. I bought a Hoover. I bought the Hoover Power Scrub Elite. And it's so much better. The only thing I hate about it is the cord is way too short and the handle is built like shit. Which doesn't make any sense because the same machine has a version with the handle that the old Hoovers had. I don't get it. But I'll happily deal with that if it means I get a machine that actually works. And it does. It actually works. It dispenses what it's supposed to, and it does it. It just works. And I put it on my account. I hooked it up to my Hoover account, so that way hopefully they can't do the stupid bullshit where they try to invalidate my warranty because of lack of a receipt. It's on my account. My proof of purchase is on there. So I swear to God, if this thing breaks, and they won't fix it or replace it, even if it's under warranty, even though I went through the effort of registering it on my account to avoid this shit, then I'm driving this thing up to Ohio and I'm slamming it in their fucking face. This is also why on my Vacuums I Recommend video, I didn't have any extractors. You know why? Because they're all shit. Every single one of them is junk. They're junk. They're all garbage. And it sucks because they have no incentive to make them better quality because they know that there's only those 2 brands. So they have no incentive to. They're like, what are you going to do? You going to go rent a fucking rug doctor? You going to go buy the Bissell Big Green carpet cleaner machine that weighs 50 fucking pounds even without any water in it? Yeah, you're going to do that? Sure. Anyways. Have you used the Velocity? I have not. My opinion, I prefer Hoover carpet cleaners over Bissell. Yeah, I've always preferred their carpet cleaners over Bissell's. Especially back when they had that stupid, like, bag inside the tank to, like, try to put both the clean and dirty water in one tank. That's just ridiculous. Good evening, Chance. How are you? I'm pretty good. Strange, I got a Pro Heat for free, 2X1, and they warranted it for free and sent me a brand new one. That's the thing. So here's I'll run down this story once again. So the first one I bought was the Pro Heat 2X Revolution Pet Pro. I bought it refurbished. I bought it factory refurbished, direct from Bissell. Well, not direct from Bissell, but it wasn't a seller refurbished. It was manufacturer refurbished by Bissell. Came in the white box with all the Bissell markings and shit on it. And I got that from Ollie's. And that machine has a 6-month warranty on it. And literally on that machine, I noticed after like the second or third time I used it, this would have been like 2 months in, that it wasn't working right. And like if for whatever reason it just wasn't cleaning all that well. And I thought, that's weird. Maybe it's just a fluke, maybe I'm not using enough solution. I thought it was my fault at first. So then I used it like maybe once a month for the next 2 months. And then finally I was like, okay, my warranty is about to run out. I better call them. So I called them, explained them the situation. They said, well, because this was manufactured however many years ago, you don't have your warranty. And I'm like, it's a 6-month warranty though. I think I bought it in December. At that point it was like March or something like that. This was a year or two ago. This was like 2 years ago. And they were like, well, basically tough shit. They're like, since it's refurbished, we can't do anything for you. And I was like, okay, well, that's great. So I'm like, what are my options here? And they're like, well, you can go buy another one. And I'm like, okay. So I go to, the timeline might be a little messed up on this. I go to Big Lots. At the time, they were liquidating the Pro E2X Revolution Pet because they were getting a different unit in my local Big Lots. So I bought the floor model. And I thought, okay, great. So I'll buy the floor model. I got a really good deal on it, admittedly. I think I ended up paying like $80 or $90 for it because it was the floor model, so it was discounted. And the same story. That thing actually worked for quite a while, and I almost wish I had kept it because what happened was it started getting really loud for some reason. And I called them up, said it was getting really loud. It's not really working right. It kind of works, but it's clearly about to go out. And they were like, well, because this was manufactured in 2016, you need to provide proof of purchase. And I was like, okay, that's fair. So after a couple back and forths, I call up Big Lots. I am able to pull it up on my account, the purchase, submit it to Bissell, email it to them. They say, okay, great, we've got this on file now. We can send you a replacement. So I'm like, great, fantastic. Send me a replacement. I don't get it. And I'm like, hey, so where's my carpet cleaner? And they're like, well, it's delivered like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I never got it. And they're like, oh, is your address still blah, 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 blah? And I'm like, no, that hasn't been on my address in several years, actually. My most recent address is on file. I don't know why you sent it to the wrong address. And they're like, okay, don't worry, we'll go ahead and send out another one. Can you confirm your address again? I'm like, yes. And then finally, they send it again, this time to my proper address. I get it. I think, great, we're good. So I get that, use it for a little bit, works okay, not great. And then after the third or fourth use, guess what stopped happening? It stopped dispensing water, and it stopped dispensing solution. The exact same thing that the Pet Pro did initially. So, at this point, I'm getting really upset. I'm getting really irritated because Mason, so your dad got a free carpet cleaner. Yeah, he actually didn't know that it arrived there. So I didn't. Here's the thing. To tell you the truth, I did not realize because they didn't tell me what address it went to. I thought it went to my previous house. So I thought it would have been. I thought my neighbor would have gotten it, or not neighbor. I thought the person who lived in my house that I used to live in. I thought they got it. So I assumed, it must be long gone because they must have taken it and thought it was a gift or something and kept it. Because they knew me, so they probably... Well, then again, it probably would have had my name on it. But either way, they probably kept it. We now know they're not very good people, so I figured they probably kept it. But then after I got the replacement, I drove by and found it... and I found it sitting on the front doorstep. And I was like, okay. So I just picked up the other one because I was doing some errands. So I grabbed it, stuck it in the car next to the other one, and ended up with two. So look, that you could be fair and you could call me out on that. But here's the thing. I didn't tell them to send it to that address. I didn't know that was the address they sent it to. Because if I had known at the time that it was that address, I would have just gone and grabbed it and been done with it. I wouldn't have asked for another one. Because they didn't confirm it. They just said, it was the old one. So naturally, I thought it would have been my most recent old address. And you might be wondering, well, what'd you do with that one? I gave that one to my grandma. Because at the time, because the same thing also happened with a vacuum at the time that I was warrantying out. So I ended up getting two of them as well. And if you're wondering, it's the Powerlifter Swivel Pet. So I ended up giving her, because her birthday and Christmas was happening at about the same time. So I gave her both. One for her birthday and one for Christmas. So she ended up getting a brand new carpet cleaner and a brand new vacuum, which she still has to this day. And so I figured, well, I didn't mean to get these, so I'll at least pay it forward a little bit. So, but anyways. So at the time I think, okay, this is great. I got my new carpet cleaner, even got an extra one, although, again, that wasn't my intention. But I thought, whatever, great. So, new one, couple months later. I've only used it a couple times. I was very conservative with it. I didn't want it to break again. It broke again. I called them up and I'm like, hey, I just got this replaced 6 months ago, and it's doing the same thing again. And they told me, well, unfortunately, we've already replaced this machine 4 times, which is not true. That did not happen. Because this machine, because again, the first orange one was, the first purple one was never replaced. So that's, okay, I hear my dog barking, so I'm gonna go let her in real quick, and then I'll continue with this story. So, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Anyways, so here's the rundown. The first time around, they sent it to the wrong address. So I don't know why they would count that one, because they never sent it to me. As far as they're concerned, I never got it. But even if that was the case, this is the first time I got this vacuum actually replaced. Or I actually got a replacement unit. So I was asking for a second replacement, not a fourth replacement. it was the fourth carpet cleaner I've had, but it's not the fourth replacement. So, and I was like, okay, why does the amount of times matter? Because it's the same issue. Like, I'll send it back to you guys if you want to investigate it. That's fine. I'm not lying. But I would like to just get it repaired. I don't even want a new one. I just want this part replaced. That's all I want. And they're like, well, we don't do that. We don't actually repair these. We just replace them. I'm like, okay, that's not my problem. You realize with requiring that you shell out an entire new unit just for one part, and then as a result being more strict because of that policy, that's not my fault. I'm just asking you to fix the damn thing. Or even just give me the part and I'll install it myself. But they're like, no, we can't do that. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's not... So she's like, yeah, so unfortunately I can't replace this for you because you don't have proof of purchase. I'm like, I got this one from you guys. You guys sent this to me. That is my proof of purchase. Pull it up on my account. You obviously know that you guys replaced this one because you're looking right at it. And they're like, no, but we need proof of purchase for the first one you bought. I'm like, that's on my account. I sent you guys the email. That's how I got this replacement in the first place. And the person on the phone was like, well, unfortunately, I can't read the numbers on it anymore, so I can't tell what year this receipt was issued. I'm like, it's a digital receipt. The numbers don't fade. So she was trying to tell me that she, for some reason, couldn't read the fact that it said 20 on it. And she said, well, unfortunately, she was like, well, even if this said, here's what she said to me. This was last year this call happened. She said, well, unfortunately, even if you're right and it says 2020, we only warranty this machine for 5 years. My point exactly. So, I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to be rude here, but 20 plus 2 is 2022. 5 years after 2020 is 2025. And not only that, but it's the end of 2025. So, even by that standard, this is still well under warranty. Because I've had this replacement for less than 6 months at this point. And they basically just told me to deal with it at that point. Thank you. Are you okay?
Nope.
What's wrong?
I'm not okay.
What happened?
I just took my sister back for an emergency C-section. She went unresponsive and Nico's heart started dropping.
What? Is she okay?
I don't know. I'm waiting for my mom to call me.
Well, that's not good. That's not good. Give me 1 sec, guys. No, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to stress Mom out more than she already is. Well, that's not good. I went to get water. What happened? So, my sister-in-law is. I mean, I was gonna call Mom, but I probably shouldn't, right?
No.
Because I don't want to
Mom
stress
just
her
called
out.
me just a second ago.
Is she okay?
They got her stable
Okay.
and his heart rate back to normal.
What happened? Do we know yet?
No, they don't know yet.
Is that like a normal thing that happens?
No, it's not.
Was she like? Had they done the C-section yet?
No, she was not dilating past a 3, so she was still dilated what she was when they got to the hospital this afternoon.
Oh, so they couldn't do it yet?
So they gave her Pitocin to see if she would dilate further.
Right.
Well, 30 minutes later, no dilation, and she went unresponsive, and she flatlined. So they had to kick everybody out of the room and start CPR. They brought her back. She's stable. They are currently doing the C-section right now. Nico's heart rate is low, but he still has a heartbeat.
Okay.
So.
And what about her heartbeat?
She's normal now. She's
Okay.
stable.
So like she just had a bad reaction to the.
We don't know what happened yet.
Okay.
And now we're just waiting to hear about Nico.
Okay. But we know for a fact she's safe now.
Yes.
And Nico's at least here.
Yes, his heart rate should be between 150 and 160, and it's sitting at 110 right now.
Okay, so it's much lower than it should be.
Yes. But the they started the emergency C-section, so he should be out within the next 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'm just waiting on the phone call that he's out and that they're both okay.
Yeah, that's scary. But hey, at least, I mean, she's okay. And Nico's gonna be okay too.
I sure hope. Because I don't want to lose my sister or my first nephew.
Right. I don't want to lose either of them either. But at least we know now for a fact that Maddie's okay.
Yep.
And Nico will probably be okay. I mean, newborns can go through a lot worse than that, speaking from experience. So, I'm
Mom
sure.
just texted me.
What'd she say?
Thank God. They're both going to be okay. His heart rate's back up.
It's back up to normal?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
They're almost done with the C-section. They're almost to the uterine wall, so.
Okay. Okay. So we both know they'll be okay.
Yes.
Just a little bit of a scare.
I'm so glad I'm not straight. Oh my God. I'm just being honest.
No, that's a good selling point, yeah.
And it looks like he's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nipples.
Oh yeah, because the balloons. I forgot about the balloons. Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my God, people are gonna go back and watch the VOD, and they're gonna be so confused. Like, what the fuck is happening? They're like, what are you talking about? Like, heart rate, uteruses, nipples, what is happening? To all of the kids watching this who just got, like, a crash course in childbirth, I sincerely apologize on behalf of you and your parents. But this is live, this is unedited, this is what happens. So, you were gonna learn this stuff anyway, so... But they're okay. Sister's okay, baby's okay. They're all okay. Bit of a scare there, but everyone's okay. Woo, Jesus. Okay, so back to the goddamn Bissels. So, yeah, so the gist is I wasted hundreds of dollars on these piece of shit Bissell carpet cleaners, which sucked because I really liked them when they were working, but they just kept failing, and Bissell refused to fix or replace them no matter how much money I spent. And so if their new policy is that they're going to be replacing stuff again, then I'm all for it, and I'm very happy about that. So, I don't know. I already have so many companies. I need to call Metabo tomorrow, or Wednesday, because they've had my Impact for over a month. I was supposed to get it back like 5 days after I sent it, and yeah, I never got that. Samsung still has not given me my refund for my S7 Edge that exploded, nor given me the refund for the Note 7 that I returned as part of the recall. And I guess Bissell is also on my shit list too because of this garbage. I've just had bad luck, and no, it is not realistic to fight something like this in court. It's not going to work. It's not a thing. You're not going to win. It doesn't matter. My pie is now cold. Jesus saved him. He is okay now because of the power of Christ. Yeah. She almost went, but then God was like, whoa, 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 hey, not yet, not yet. So, bit of a delayed reaction there, but hey, I appreciate it. I just imagine like God up there like on his computer like filling out emails and shit, and then he's like, oh shit, oh here fix it. Okay, she back? Okay, she's back. Okay, back to my emails. Anyways, pie. You should celebrate Maddie being okay by getting a piece of pie.
I will.
Okay. This pie's pretty good for being a like shitty frozen pie. It's not bad. It was better when it was warm, but it's still good. Do we have any Miracle Whip?
We have Ready Whip.
Is that not the same?
Miracle Whip is mayonnaise. Did you mean Cool Whip?
I meant Cool Whip.
We have Ready Whip, which is Cool Whip, but it's in a can.
So it's the kind that you spray out,
Yes.
not that's in a jar or a container. Right. Okay. Miracle Whip. Okay, for the record, that's a bad design. How they call that the same thing?
They don't. It's Miracle Whip or Cool Whip or Ready Whip.
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing that they have similar is the whip.
That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't call it whip. This is a pumpkin pie. Pie made out of pumpkins. But yeah, so what do you think of the Dyson DC64? I don't have a 64, so I can't really say for sure. The 65 is pretty good. Could I maybe just buy the Dyson V11, just the motor part assembly, keep the wand and head? I'll just give you the wand and the head. But yeah, I'll sell the V11. Still salty about the mint $70 Steam Vac Farrington wide path. I just barely missed on my local marketplace. I used to have an almost new Maxxis Track wide path for just a little more. Miracle Whip is disgusting, IMO. Yeah. Are we going to make another video on your other channel anytime soon? I will soon. I was planning on making a video tonight and trying to put it up there. I just haven't had time. But, But I've been meaning to do a video like that. I know eventually I'll be doing a video over there about DK Oldies, since everyone's kind of jumping on their nutsack right now. So at some point I'll be doing what? So so I'll eventually be doing a video on that. I'll be picking up a 360 from them and seeing how well their refurbishment is now. And I'll also be doing a few other things. I need to review the Note 9 over there, the Note 20 over there, and then of course a lot of people want to see the video game content over there. So I just picked up a Wii U, so that'll be reviewed very soon. I just picked up a what else? I got some more controllers, so I'll eventually be doing a video on my Xbox 360 controller collection, since I did a video on the consoles. And what else? I still haven't done a video on the PS3. I need to do that at some point. I need to do a video on the Dreamcast. There's a lot of systems I need to do videos on that channel. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do first. I might do a poll or something to figure that out. So, but yeah, there will eventually be a video on there. I've been trying to put videos out on here. I've been trying to get stuff at my like day job also figured out, and so I've been there a lot to try to get some money, and because of course it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Right now my channel is not making as much as it used to, so I'm kind of trying to keep that steady enough that it doesn't drop down. But I don't know. I've got a lot of stuff coming out soon. It's just a matter of actually getting it out. So that's pretty much that. Mountain Dew Livewire. Would you take my beater Dyson Ball Animal 2? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, depends on how you define take it. Cause I'm not interested in buying one because I have one already, and I'm already probably going to get rid of it. This weekend I got a Dyson DC21 Stowaway. It's loud AF and so bulky. So here's an interesting question. So I already mentioned the next review. How much for the Dyson V11? I was gonna sell it for like $400. I might take a little less for it, since I think there might be a new model coming out soon of Dyson. I'm not quite sure, but it has a brand new motor assembly. It has a new charger. It has a new docking system. It has the power head is a little messed up. However much, I don't know how much they go for refurbished, but I'd probably sell it. I'll have to look and see how much V11 torque drives go for refurbished. And I'll probably sell it for a few dollars lower than that, because it has everything with it. It has a power head, and it has a wand. They're not the ones that go with the V11. The power head has tape on it for some reason, but it doesn't really need it. It's still in good, decent shape. But it could be better, obviously. And so the power head's pretty warm, but it does work just fine. It cleans really well, even with that brush roll. So yeah, I just haven't used it. You can see it's sitting right there. It's right there. You can see the filter sticking out right there. So I literally haven't touched it, and I'm going to. If anyone wants the Stowaway, tell me. I'll gladly sell it. How much do you want for the Stowaway? Because I've been wanting a DC21 for a while. But you also said it was loud. Is it like bad bearings or what? Or you mean just loud because it's a Dyson? Yeah, the 21 is very interesting. But yeah, so for that V11, I probably asked like $400 for it, maybe $350. It just depends. But I'd be a little bit negotiable on it. It'd definitely be the most expensive machine out of all the ones I sell, but I'd still try to charge a pretty reasonable amount for it, because I think you can get V10s right now for Actually, I think V10s you can get like new for like what, 450. So yeah, I'd probably closer to 350 actually, because it is a higher end model, but it's also used. So whatever would be a fair price for it, probably like 350 or best offer. Because I haven't looked up to see how much they're supposed to go for. Bit of money like $10-$30. I don't want it. Yeah. 350, 400 is very fair, isn't it? Yeah. Seems a little high, but because I do want to sell it for a little bit less than what like a really good one would go for. Since while the machine itself has a brand new motor, which is pretty important, the power head is also a little worn. So still works just fine, but it is obviously has a lot of miles on it. So I'm not sure how much longer it'll last. So just being honest, I don't know. But again, the it has that. I also don't know if I have any small tools for it. I might have to get some. So it might be missing the crevice in the combo, unless I get another set, or if I just steal one off of a display model at a store. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I mean, you could buy it and then you could do that. You know, it's your thing. But yeah. Please take my Dyson ball animal. I don't want it to force you at yes or no. A bit of money like $10 to $30. Yeah, I'll give you. And I'd probably sell it for 50. I mean, yeah, I'd give you. I guess I give you 20. I'd give you $20 for the Dyson for the Animal 2. I mean, because it's about. Because I think I spent 30 on the other one, and if this one, it's the same price, and I don't have to send it in, then yeah, sure, I'll take it. Is it a purple one or is it like one of the newer silver ones? Or is it a blue one? If it's a blue one, I would definitely take it because I've been wanting a blue one actually. I mean, either way, I'll take it. I'm just curious. Pink. It's pink? Oh, so that's the Animal Origin, not the 2, right? Because the pink is just sold a blue one. Damn it, you had a blue one? I would have happily bought a blue one. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a pink one. I'll give you my Gmail. Yeah, so if you go on my channel, there's an email link. It'll be my name at outlook.com. That's my business email. Just send the email there, and I'll get to it whenever I can. Have you found Dew Summer Freeze? I've not found one yet. So, are the Apexes for sale? I'm interested in one. They are not, unfortunately. The Apex Zero M is going to Kyer in exchange for an Oric XL21. And the blue Apex I'm going to keep. The Stratos, though, I would sell. I don't like the Stratos, so I'd be open to selling that. Although it's not in the best condition because I've been using it as a beater. But if someone wants it for cheap, I'll sell it for not too much. Chance in Blue LMAO, it's iconic to me how much he likes blue vacuums. I mean, I've got 3 blue vacuums right behind me. I've got the Lightspeed, I've got the 33, and I've got the Dynamite. Oh yeah, I guess I haven't shown you that yet. So I got a blue. Oh, that's not gonna be a good way to see it. I mean, the only colored part is the Cyclone, so I'll just show you the Cyclone. I got a blue 33 the other day. Bought it locally for $40. It was made in December of 2018, so it's one of the last 33s that ever were produced. So I'm gonna fix up this one, and I'm gonna add this one to the collection, and then the yellow one I was planning on selling anyways, but I was hoping to find a blue one to put in the collection, and now I did, so that's fine. And then I also got this Hoover Celebrity 3 that my mother-in-law gave me. Or, I don't know if it was her, if it was somebody she knew, but gave me that. And I'm also getting one of the suitcase ones. I forgot what it's called.
Got a Constellation.
What?
Is that the one you're talking about? Is the Constellation?
The Celebrity 3.
Oh, it's a Celebrity 3. For some reason, I thought it was a Constellation.
You're thinking of the one I got at
the one that looks
Restore.
like a spaceship.
Yeah, the one that's upstairs. That's the one you're thinking of. This is like the compact version of it, essentially. Because that's the one that floats on air. Yeah. The non-ball Dysons had a long run in the market. Oh yeah, the 33, like, the 7 and the 33, like, ran forever. I mean, really all of them ran forever. Because the 7 ran from '01 to like '09, and you could still find like occasional refurbishment runs of them up until like 2015, 16. And then the 14 ran from '04 up until, I want to say, 2012, 13. And then you could still find those refurbished. And then you could still find those refurbished up until like 2014, I want to say. So not as long as the 7, but... And then... Also, is that 33 the same one that had the motor burnout? No, this is a different one, but they were both the same model. They were both blue 33s. But no, the one that had a motor burnout I sold long ago to somebody who used it for parts and put a new motor in it. I have a Mint XL21 I would 2,050% trade for the Apex, lol. Well, I already kind of have this situated. But I mean, if you have any machines you want to sell, I mean... Wasn't I supposed to get that Dirt Devil? I honestly can't remember. I think there was a Dirt Devil I was going to get off you at one point, unless I'm thinking of somebody else. It was that, like, turquoise reaction. Where can I find your email? If you go on my channel... Here, I'll just open up a new tab and I'll show you this real quick. So if you go to my main channel, where and you click on here, under the About... So go under the About section. So here, I'll just show you this. So go to my channel. So when you first pop up here, I need to change this. This hasn't been relevant for a long time. Let me know what I should change this banner to, because this is like really outdated. But yeah, let me know what I should change this picture to. But anyways, so if you go to the About section, there's under details, there's for business inquiries, view email address. So if you click that, it'll show the email address. And then from there you can click it and you can send an email to it. In fact, I don't think I've opened this email in however long. I really should check it and see if I have any... has received a file. Oh, there's some... Oh, attached... This is all like scam shit. FYI attached. New fax received. New fax? Oh, what is this? Invitation to become our partner. What? Promote our new product, Pet One Cat Tofu Cat Litter? What? Why? Okay, new fax received. New order? Are there any actual goddamn vacuum companies in this? Like, there's all this garbage is like not... Oh, here we go. Here's an air duster. That's... Okay, that's kind of similar. It's just the other direction. Oh, Vac Life. Previous email regarding collaboration. We don't want to change it. If you have any questions, you can start regarding the proposed collaboration. Vac Life. I feel like I've heard of this brand before. Vac Life. Even Riley knows his shit. That's awesome. Well, when you live with me for however many years it's been, you eventually start to figure this shit out. So, I mean, you just kind of absorb it by osmosis at some point. I might actually respond to this. I mean, I don't do paid collabs. I think I've said that numerous times. But anytime one of these companies reaches out to me and they ask to do a paid collab, I'll always say, look, I'm not going to do a paid collab without checking out the product. But if you want to send me a product, I'll review it. I'll do an honest, unbiased review of it. And if I really, really enjoy it, then I may consider it. But I would have to really be head over heels for the product to really, like, be willing to sponsor it, or willing to be sponsored by it. So there's so many of these damn scams. Mark is junk. Contract agreement. Mark is junk. What is this? Attached file which we treat as matter of urgency. There's an invoice. Nope, that's junk. All this phishing bullshit. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys heard of the hack that hit Linus Tech Tips, where it tried to turn it into like a Tesla crypto channel. If that ever happens to my channel, then I fucked up. That or somebody did something stupid. Sent you a PM Messenger. I have a Vac Life hand vac. Is it any good? The Vac Life hand vac? Because I've heard that brand before. So let me know if it's... Is it any good? I'm curious. Because if you like it, then I'll definitely reach out to them and try to get a review of it. So here's one thing I've been wanting to do. So I got, as you guys may remember, I got the DreamTech T30 to review years ago. I never reviewed it because at the time I moved and I lost a lot of the pieces, and I didn't feel it was appropriate to do a review on the vacuum based on incomplete information. But I can get a DreamTech T20 right now on Amazon, at least as of last time I checked. Let me check and make sure this is still a thing. But last I checked, I could get the T20 for only $120. And here's the thing. Even though I don't think I did a full formal video on the T30, I really legitimately enjoyed it. Like, it was a really good machine. Yeah, it's $119 for the T20. So, because I showed this off in my newest video, and it was $150 at the time, and I thought that was a really good deal, but now it's down. It's down to $120, which is just ridiculously good. So, I'm wondering if I should review this, if there would be enough interest in me grabbing this to review it, because I want to review more stick vacs, and I do plan on getting the Teamco to review, because I have used a Teamco. We have a Teamco at work. Well, I guess I don't have to buy it then. I could just review it at work. But of course, I can't find the power supply for it. So I might actually, maybe it makes sense to just get a power supply for it. But yeah, I plan on reviewing the Teamco at some point, because I've heard of a lot of good things about Teamco. And from a little bit I've used the machine, I really liked it. So, but I like the T30 more. So I'm really thinking about trying out the T20. So my question is would you guys be interested enough in this machine for me to review it, especially now that it's at this price? Because at this price, I feel it's a lot more potentially worth it than other machines in this price range. So I think the question I'm trying to ask is, do you guys think it'd be worth it? Because, I mean, I feel like it would be, but, you know, I don't want to speak for my audience, obviously. Please email me. I can't find your link. I literally just showed it to you. Go to the About section under the details where it says, okay, let me open this up in an incognito tab so I can make sure it's not like hidden for anybody else. Obviously it's not, because people are emailing me, but let me try that. I'm going to go to a private window, and I'm going to go to YouTube. How to help if I spell YouTube correctly. Let's see, youtube.com. So, alright. So I'm on youtube.com, and we're going to go to my channel, so Intel... Actually, I'm curious. Okay. I'm trying to see how far I have to type before... Yeah, okay, so it's Intellit... That's when I pop up, and I'm right at the top. Okay. So, let's go here. We'll go to the About, and yeah. Okay, so it says sign in to see email address. So as long as you're signed in on your YouTube, you can click this button, and it will reveal the email address. Now, obviously, I'm on desktop. You're not going to see it on mobile, obviously. So you got to do this on a computer. You might be able to just pull up the YouTube desktop site on your phone, but it might try to redirect you to the app. So just do that, and you'll see it right there. And you can send that in an email, and I'll get it, and I'll respond to it tonight. So, is it a problem with mobile? Yes, it is. That's what I just said. Although you probably didn't hear it by the time you typed that, which is fine. Okay, so Well, apparently, so we've got one person who loves Tinko, and then one person who apparently says do not buy it. So apparently it's a bit polarizing, Tinko. So, and I believe it's Tinko, right? Because I used to say Tinico, but apparently it's Tinko. Let's refresh this shit. Why is this not refreshing? Or did it refresh? Okay, I think it did. I tried, so can you please email me? Please don't get mad. I don't know your email. That's what I'm saying. Just click that email and you can send it so I know which email is yours. Because I don't want you to put your email in here so that way people don't see it. Because it's going to show in the chat logs. I was going to say, I don't know how hard you tried because I just showed you where it is. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's like... It's right there. I just showed you. It should be there. Do I need to pull this up on a different computer? Like, clearly people have it because they've been seeing it. Here's a Note 5. Note 5. I forgot how much I liked this phone back when it was new. Anybody, would you trade any vacuums for anything? I kind of forgot Tinko existed. Yeah, to be fair, I did too. I just looked, it's not there. Stupid mobile. Like I said, it's not on mobile, it's desktop. You're gonna have to pull it up on desktop. I can't bend this phone. I just want to bend. Alright. Anyways. Pie. That's just all lumpy now. Do. But yeah, so I got a Hoover Celebrity 3. And I got a DC 33. And then I'm getting some Phantoms. And that's about it. I don't think there's anything else I'm getting at the moment. I'll go on my computer tomorrow and it's late at night. Yeah, I'm really trying to sell a bunch of vacuums because I'm running out of space. So, the Dynamite is for sale. The Dirt Devil Dynamite's for sale. The DC-33, DC-14, DC-07's all for sale. Dirt Devil Impulse is for sale. Dimension Supreme is for sale. What else? Power Max 2 is for sale. The Convertible Elite I'll probably end up selling. The what else? I'm trying to remember. The Rewind Smart Clean is for sale. Simplicity 7350, Simplicity Century 3, all for sale. Car Vibrance is for sale. My Kenmore Progressive canister, the old square one, I forgot whether it's progressive or something. That's for sale. I do want the DC-21, by the way. The V11's for sale. My Constellation is for sale. This Celebrity 3 will probably end up being for sale. I'm not quite sure yet. The how much do you want for the Teal Smart Vac? The Teal Smart Vac, I don't remember how well that thing runs, so I'll have to check. Not a lot though. Wouldn't be a crazy amount for it because it's not reconditioned or anything. It needs some parts. But yeah, so what else? I know it's not all the vac. Somewhere I have a list of every vacuum I'm selling, but I keep forgetting to actually write it down. You said it worked great in the video. The teal one? because I've since taken some parts off of it to fix my mother-in-law's smart vac. So I think it needs a new brush roller. But I'm pretty sure other than that, I think it's okay. But don't quote me on that. I'll have to actually look because it's in the basement. I was more so referring to the machines that are upstairs I need to make space for. Where is my document that has my vacuums that I'm selling? Let's see. Yes, and vacuum save 25. Oh yeah, but that was years ago. Let me try to pull this up real quick. Let's see. OneDrive. Let's search. Let's see. Vacuums for sale. Doc. Okay. Okay. Yep. So here's. I believe this is the full list. I'm selling the Dirt Devil Silver Glide Vision, the Bissell Rewind Smart Clean, the Dirt Devil Impulse, the Panasonic Performance Plus, the black one, the Hoover Constellation, the Century 3, the Simplicity Century 3, the Simplicity 7350, the Car Vibrance, the Chemical Progressive Canister, the Rubbermaid MH12, although for the record, I'm only selling that because I can't find bags for it, so you might not have much luck with bags, that's why I'm selling it, just being honest. Hoover Convertible Elite, Dyson V11, both my black and blue Hoover Wind Tunnel, my Eureka Boss Superlight. I have two of them. One of them has a really, like a switch. You have to really heave on the switch to get it to switch between the modes. So that one I'm selling. Of course, because it has that flaw, it'll be reduced in price. My really old Electrolux I'm selling. Hoover Dimension Supreme, DC-14 All Floors, Power Max 2. My Nilfisk Advanced Power 130, I'm selling that. My 1988 white Hoover Runabout, I'm selling. My Eureka Boss Light, I'm selling. That's the Bravo based one, but not the Bravo 2, that's the Boss Light. My DC-07 All Floors. My DC-14 All Floors and my DC-33 All Floors, I'm selling. The, what else? I'm trying to remember what vacuums I had upstairs. I have a Dirt Devil Total Pet, the one that was recalled. I'm selling that one, although again, be careful with that one. That one's going to be as is because of that. But I don't know how comfortable I am selling that. I might just end up keeping that one because, again, recalled. But what else? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what else there was. I know obviously all those are for sale. There might be some other ones that I'm blanking on what they were. I mentioned the Dynamite already, selling that. The Bissell Heavy Duty I am selling, but that's probably going to be local and local only. Same story with the Hoover Power Drive and the both of my Hoover Power Drives actually. So my Hoover Power Drive and my Hoover Dial-O-Matic, those don't really come apart, so I'm only selling those locally. And what else? I think that might be it. There's also some in the basement I would sell, but I'm mainly focused on selling the ones upstairs right now. Looking at the pictures to see if there's anything I missed. Oh yeah, and the Hoover Preferred. So the Hoover Preferred, I forgot. That one is also for sale. I think that's it. I want the Hoover Power Max. I think it's called. It's blue and green. Oh yeah, the Power Max 2? Yes. Yeah, that one is for sale. It needs new motor mounts. It leans back, but it does work just fine. Is someone asking about the Powerglide Platinum? I think you already know the answer to that. Yeah, the only Bissell that I'm selling is the Rewind Smart Clean, because now that I have the Velocity, I have no desire to keep the Rewind Smart Clean. So that's for sale, and that's the last bagless Bissell I have, other than the Rubbermaid branded Cleanview, which I'm going to hold on to that one for now, because it's interesting. So yeah, that's a good chunk of machines though, and I'll add the Preferred, because is the Hoover Preferred on this list? I don't think it is. Oh, no, it is on this list. I just glossed over it. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. That's 24. That's 24 vacuums right there. So if I sold all of those, that'd be really nice. But, you know, easier said than done, because I've had very little luck selling them. The only interesting bagless Bissell. Yeah, the Rubbermaid ones. Yeah, I think they're very interesting. But, yeah, I found a Rubbermaid bagged Bissell, older style Powerforce bagged. I do want one of those. I do want that. So, if you could get your hands on that and sell it or trade, I'd be very interested. For a reasonable price, at least. So, yeah. I have Phantoms, Thunder, Lightning, and XT up for trade for sale. What do you want to trade, buddy? I will take all of those. Especially the XT. Because there was someone who was going to sell me a Fury Limited and an XT, but those kind of fell apart in terms of those. But yeah, so I mean, you've already got my information, so Vacuum Geek, we'll talk about it later. I just opened my phone and your messages are right here, so I'll message you back at some point. XT is parts, honestly. Oh yeah, I remember now. The XT was parts. Yeah. I will try, because I'm facing financial hardships. I'll try my best. I'll make deals on some of this stuff by all means. The Dynamite has already been refurbished. It's up for sale. I mean, you've seen the Dynamite before. I know there was someone in here who said they wanted a Dynamite. I don't know if they're in this stream, but they were in the last one. And they were like, hey, if that person doesn't buy the Dynamite, I'm interested. It's like, well, that person, I don't know if you're watching, but it's available. Look at it. It's pretty. You should buy it. It's got a brand new Febreze filter in it. Brush rolls in really good shape. Brand new belt. Nice and clean. I think there's still a little bit of schmutz on the inside. But it's not too bad. Like, yeah, there's like a little bit of stuff in there, but yeah. Not too bad. But yeah, so a lot of vacuums. You guys should buy them. Or the one of these other ones. I need to get a lot of these. Like, a lot of these are the kind of thing where I just need to get them like fixed up. So someone just has to be like, hey, I'm interested in that, and it's, you know. Some of these are ready to go. Let me think. Which one of these are ready to go? The DC-07 is pretty much ready to go. I just have to polish the bin. The Runabout is ready to go. The Nilfisk is ready to go. The Power Max 2 is ready to go. Dimension Supreme is ready to go. Preferred, I mean, it's a little discolored, but it's as good as it's going to get. The Model S doesn't need really anything. I'm selling that the way it is. Boss Superlight's ready to go. The wind tunnels, I'm not going to do any work to, so they're pretty much as good as they're going to get. The V11 is ready to go. Convertible Elite is ready to go. The Convertible Elite is in beautiful shape. That's definitely the Elite I'm going to ask the most for, because it's one of the rarest, and it's also, well, I don't know if that's rarest, but it's interesting, and it's also in beautiful condition. Let's see. The Kenmore is, I think, ready to go. Ricard doesn't really need anything. All it needs is a belt, and I'll slap a belt on it. That's not a problem. Simplicity 7350. The 7350. So I have the 7350 and I have the Century 3. The 7350 is perfect, except it needs an upper cord hook, which I don't think I'm going to bother sourcing. So, but that machine works really good. Century 3, the base plate is a little warped on it, but I put a new base plate on it, so that shouldn't be as bad. Constellation is really good, ready to go. Panasonic works really good. A little bit of bearing noise, but it works just fine. Impulse, I need to clean it, but other than that, it's ready to go. So if you want it, I'll list it, and then I'll clean it, and by the time you actually buy it, it'll be ready to go. Rewind Smart Clean is ready to go. Silverglide Vision, I need to pull apart and clean and slap a filter in it, but most of these are ready. Like, the vast majority of these are ready to go. So I really just need to get them listed. Uh, Gunsy Onesie is really freaking out. I showed you how to get to my email. Like I told you how to get to my email like several times. Like I don't know what you're not understanding. Like I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's like I showed you this on the stream twice. So I mean, I don't know what you're not seeing here. Just click on that email on your computer and it'll autofill it right into your inbox and just type what you want and send it out. Let's see. So anyways, so that's pretty much that. So all these machines are for sale. I need to list these. I really need to list these because that's just something I need to do. That's probably going to be my goal for the week is just to get these actually listed. But or at least enough of them because I only have a few boxes, so I might list the ones that are the most ready, or the ones that seem like they have the most interest, and then from there, when I get more boxes, list more of them. So that's pretty much that. But anyways, so yeah, if I sold all of these, that would be a nice little chunk out of the collection. Understandable, I just need some parts for my XT, particularly the upright lock. Yeah, same. That's why I'm getting that parts XT, so I can use the upright lock for it for my other XT. Because one of my XTs keeps falling backwards. But yeah, so the XT is really bad about that, which is why I don't ever daily the XT. I daily the Fury, even though the XT is better. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to cut this stream short in a few minutes, about 10 minutes. 8 minutes, actually. So 11:45 Central is when I will be cutting this stream. Same, which is a shame because I love the XT favorite Phantom Upright. So one thing that's cool is I did finally get a wand replacement for my other Phantom Lightning. So the first Phantom Lightning, the one that I've had for years, I finally sourced a replacement wand. So now my Lightning is fully functional. It's still, the upright lock on my Lightning is still messed up. So much like the XT, the lock on that one does go bad a lot. But hey, it still works fine, and it leans forward enough that it kind of holds it. So it's not a big deal. So yeah, I mean, that Lightning has been really good, and that thing cleans so well. Like, I vacuumed with it, and the bin was just full of junk. So, I mean, that Lightning is a really, really good machine. And it's one of the few canisters I actually somewhat enjoy using. I love using it for tools and stairs and whatnot, especially stairs. So, it's pretty good. What ails you? What the hell is even that? My Lightning doesn't have all the tools, unfortunately. Yeah. So the Lightning I got from Nathan is pretty much complete, which is awesome. But the one I actually use is missing the cover and missing the tools. I think at one point I found a dusting brush for it, but I don't know what I did with it. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. So I hope I didn't lose it. But the nice thing about the Lightning is you can use 1.25" attachments. So it's another reason why I like the Lightning for tools, because you can use standard 1.25" tools, including tools from old Dysons. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I expected the Lightning to be mediocre, to be honest, but it's impressed me a lot. For an early bagless canister from 1998, it's pretty decent. It's definitely my favorite canister, so it's definitely really, really nice. I mean, it basically just is a Dyson DC-02 with a power head, so I mean, it makes sense why it's really good. I have a 2000 Phantom Fury that's orange, a 2001 Phantom Cyclone XT, a 1999 Phantom Lightning, and a 1998 Phantom Thunder. Yeah, so you got the whole thing. Alright, Gunsy, I'm going to put you in timeout. I gave you multiple chances to... Yeah, I gave you multiple chances to just kind of cool it down a little bit, but you're not really interested, so I'm going to put you in timeout just for a little bit. Like I said, there's many ways you can access my email to get a hold of me. And that's all there is to it, so... True, but I want to be authentic. Somehow managed to find the floor tool and the mini power head before the standard tool set. I've been really wanting to find those attachments. I've been wanting to find the floor tool and the mini power head, but I just have had no luck. Which I would really love to find those. I would love to find the... Wait, so you're selling all your Phantoms? Oh, Yeah, I'll probably buy all of them. Might have to wait, though, because I'm already buying a good chunk of Phantoms. Because I always love the Phantoms. Never mind, someone bought the 14 with the blue Cyclones. I'm keeping the Fury. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so... Stupid hair never wants to cooperate. This little bit just wants to do its own thing. Would you import a DC-01 for your collection? I would, but I'm not going to, because I mean, I'm already soon going to get a DC-04 from Nathan, which he already did the work of importing. So I don't... Okay, little correction there. I don't have the DC-04 yet. I haven't bought the DC-04 yet. I don't have it yet. Nathan still has it. I just have not actually physically bought it yet because he's going on vacation right now. So I've decided to wait until he gets back to go through it, because he wouldn't be able to obviously ship it anyways, and that's fine because that gives me enough time to grab those Phantoms. And then at some point, probably next month or maybe the month after, probably next month, I will get that DC-04. And I'll get a transformer for it as well. And I can do a video comparing the DC-04 to the Cyclone XT. What's required to import a vacuum? I figured you just bought it and they sent it and that's it. I mean, kind of, but that's kind of an oversimplification of it. You do have to, a lot of times you have to pay like import fees, taxes, possibly tariffs depending on the country. And it's not as easy as buying something domestically. But, you know, usually if you're buying it on eBay or something like that, a lot of that is fairly simple. It's just a matter of actually finding a seller that's willing to ship across the pond, so to speak. Yeah, it costs a lot of money. I forgot how much I'm getting the DC-04 for, but it's a decent chunk of change. But it's not, like, unreasonable for a DC-04 in that condition. Nathan was going to sell me the DC-03, which I was actually a lot more excited about, but he ultimately decided that he was wanting to keep it, which is fine with me. I basically just told him, like, okay, well, technically I was going to get it, so just next time you sell it, just let me know, because I want it, along with the runabout. I love Nathan, but I hate him because he keeps getting machines that I want, just over and over again. Like, it's very frustrating, because then I keep having to give him money in exchange for the machines. I want an 03. Yeah, I also want an 03. And that will hold its value too, because there's got to be no more than a handful here. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I want a 12 amp Fury. Yeah. I'll be getting 3 more 12 amp Furies soon. Technically one will be 10. But yeah, so I'll just... Yeah. I kind of hoard them. I'm sorry. I love a DC-05 Motorhead. Yeah, that's definitely nice. Hey, Chance, I need a part for my Fury. I will message you about it. Okay. Those are super rare from what I understand. I wouldn't say super rare. The 05s were decently common. I don't think they were as common as 02s. But they're still decently common. In the UK, at least. Not in the US. Nobody has them in the US. I think the only person that has one in the US is probably Tom Gasco. I want to find a DC-01. Yeah, I do want to get a DC-01. But the main one I want to get out of the 3 early Dyson uprights is the DC-03. That's one that's the most interesting to me. But yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Are you going to bed?
Yep.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. I love you.
I love you too.
I was about to stop streaming anyway, so. Alrighty. Yeah, Tom Casco, definitely. But yeah, so, anyways. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. So anyways, this is Intelitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Tomorrow's review, if I have enough energy to get it done before I go to bed tonight, which is entirely possible, won't happen, but hopefully it does. So if I have enough energy to do a vacuum review tonight before I go to bed, then tomorrow's video will be the DC-07 review. If not, it'll probably be the next day. Anyways, this is Intelitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace. Have a good night, Chance. Yep, you too. You take care. You all have a great rest of your night. Have a good one. See ya.